Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be going over my top 15 keyboard shortcuts. Before I begin, make sure you like this video, comment down below if it helps you, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So, keyboard shortcuts. What are keyboard shortcuts? So, keyboard shortcuts are combinations of keys on your keyboard, your physical keyboard, that does certain tasks that you don't have to do manually with a mouse. Sometimes it can be easier to just do the keyboard shortcut than to actually do with the mouse itself. So as you can see here, I have a sticky note of some of my favorite 15 keyboard shortcuts. If you like this video after it's all done and over with, definitely give it a like. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see another keyboard shortcut video. I think this will be, we can do a series out of this. This can be video number 1 or part 1 or episode 1, whatever. So yeah, give it a like and comment down below if you'd like to see more keyboard shortcut videos. So let's just run through the list. This video may be a little longer than my other ones, but just stick with me and let's learn about keyboard shortcuts. So the first one that we're going to start with is Windows key, as you can see, and it says open or close start menu. So on your keyboard, bottom left hand corner, you're going to see the Control key, the FN key, the Windows key, which is 4 squares. It almost looks like a window. And then next to that is your Alt key. If you click on that Windows key between the FN key and the Alt key, if you click on the Windows Windows key, it brings up the Windows Start menu. And then if you click on the Windows key again, it pushes it away. So it closes it. So just to recap, if you click the Windows key on your keyboard, it opens the Start menu. If you click it again, it closes it. Now, that may be easier for some people. Instead of using their mouse and clicking here and doing what they need to do, they could just simply click on the Windows key, which is located at the bottom left-hand corner of your keyboard between the FN key and the Alt key. That is the Windows key smack dab in the middle of those two other keys. Okay, so next one we're going to do is Windows key plus E, and that opens up File Explorer. So if you hold in the Windows key, what I was just talking about in the previous shortcut, hold that Windows key in and click the letter E on your keyboard, right? So this opens up what's called File Explorer. I touched on File Explorer in some of my previous videos, but basically what File Explorer is, or does, or acts as, it houses all your folders. If you click on desktop, it shows what you have in your desktop. If you click on downloads, it shows your downloads, your documents, if you saved anything in your documents, your pictures, your videos, and so on and so forth. So that's how you open Windows Explorer, is that Windows key, if you hold it in and press the letter E. Just like that. So I'm going to close out Windows Explorer. So most of them, as you can see, is a combination of that Windows key by holding it in and then pressing a certain letter on your keyboard. You have a few at the bottom that I'll get into that they don't use the Windows key. So we'll just hit the next shortcut. So the next one we're at is the Windows key plus H, and that opens the share charm. So if you do Windows key, hold that puppy in, and click on the letter H. This brings up the dictation settings on online speech recognition. So if you click that, it'll go to speech settings and online speech recognition. So just in case, if you needed the computer to read something, or you can use your voice for dictation, and you can talk to Cortana, which is another series, which I'll get into it in another video. But yeah, so speech recognition is, if you turn this guy on, you can use your voice for dictation. So that's Windows key H. Windows key plus I. So that's going to open up your settings menu. So if you hold the Windows key in, okay, and I'll press the letter I, that opens up your Windows settings. You have your system, your devices, your phone, your network, personalization, apps, the accounts, time, language, ease of access, Cortana, search, privacy, and updated security. So instead of looking through your computer, typing in settings down here, the search bar, you can just do Windows key and I, and that brings up Windows settings. Just like Windows key, I, and boom, there it is. I think that might be easier than searching down here and typing settings and doing all that. So Windows key I is open settings. Okay, here, Windows key plus K opens the connect quick action. So we're going to hold the Windows key and click on K. So what this does is it brings up devices that your computer may find in your house. So right now my computer is seeing my Samsung TV here in the basement. Depending how new technology you have in your house, devices, TVs, whatever, your laptop may show it on the right hand side, and you can project stuff, share things to the devices, and I'll show that in another video, but these are just the quick keyboard shortcuts on how to find stuff. So that is Windows key plus K. Windows key plus L. So that'll lock your PC. I'm not going to do it because my screen recorder is going to get all out of whack, but if you hold in the Windows key and press L, that locks your computer screen. Now the previous video that was just uploaded goes into how to lock your computer and your computer screen. So if you watch that video first, then you'll know about Windows key plus L to locking your computer. So this is just a refresher if you watched my previous video before this one. Okay, so Windows key plus M minimizes all windows. So let's say you have a couple programs open. For me right now, I have the sticky notes open. If you hold in Windows key and you press M on the keyboard, it closes any window that you have open. Or I should say not closes it, it minimizes it down here in the taskbar. It doesn't fully closes it, but it just minimizes it. So I'm going to do it again. So hold in that Windows key and click on M, and it minimizes any windows you have open. If you have 5 windows open, it's going to close all of them. I just had 1 open, so I keep saying close, I mean minimize. If you have 5 windows open and you click on Windows key plus M, it minimizes any window that you have open. Jump back into sticky notes here. Okay, so Windows key plus R opens the Run dialog box. So if I hold in that Windows key and I press R, it opens up the Run dialog box. And here you can search for a couple things. This Run dialog box can be a little tricky for people. I'm not going to say it's more for advanced users, but I can go in another video on what to search for in the Run box. But that's how you do it. That's how you open up a Run dialog box, is Windows key plus R. Okay, Windows key plus S opens up the search bar. So if I hold in that Windows key and I press on S, it brings up the search bar down here. It pops it right up, and you can search for whatever you want. Just search for VLC media player. So, and right there it is, VLC. So whatever you want to search for, just type it in, and it will show the top results. Top results right here. So that's the Windows key plus S opens up the search bar. Instead of clicking it and then start typing, you can just do Windows key plus S. All right. Windows key plus U is Open Ease of Access Center. So if I do Windows key plus U, right? So this brings up the display settings. You can make your text bigger if you wanted. You can make everything bigger. They change the size of apps and text is on the main display. You can make everything brighter. change the brightness. My recommendation is don't put it up to 100. You'll go blind, just an FYI. Simplify and personalize windows. You can read through all this, but basically it says show animations in Windows. You can turn that off. Show transparency in Windows. You can go through these settings and see what fits your preferences. But that is Windows key plus U. That opens up the ease of access center and display settings. All right, Windows key plus X opens up the quick link menu. So if we hold in that Windows key button and we click on X, opens up this little menu here. You can have a couple options. You can do apps and features, mobility center, power options, so on and so forth. At your own leisure, you can read through this. Some of these are advanced settings that I can get into in another video, but some of these selections are pretty self-explanatory. You can shut down or sign out by doing Windows key plus X. You can open up your File Explorer. Instead of doing the first shortcut I showed you at the top of this list, you can do Windows key plus X and click on File Explorer. So there's a couple things here you may already know how to get to, but that's how you open the quick link menu. All right. Control Shift and Escape opens up the task manager. So if you hold in Control on your keyboard and hold in Shift on top of it, now click on Escape at the top left hand corner of your keyboard. Opens up Task Manager. Task Manager shows what applications you have open and are running. So right now I have Chrome open, I have Microsoft Outlook, I have Sticky Notes, and I have a program called Streamlabs. Task Manager shows all the programs that are running on your computer. In one of my future videos, I'm going to show you how to force close these programs in case they were giving you problems, maybe slowness, maybe freezing, maybe error messages. But definitely subscribe to catch that video on how to force close applications. But yeah, Task Manager, Control Shift plus Escape. So Control at the bottom left hand of your keyboard, Control, hold in Shift right on top of it, and press Escape. It's the top left hand corner of your keyboard. Brings up Task Manager. So these last two, Ctrl C is copy and Ctrl V is paste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a Word document, and I'm going to do a blank document, and I'm just going to type in test. Alright, so move this guy over, So let's say you're in a Word document or anything that you want to copy, text on the internet, you want to copy text from an article, you want to copy something that's in an email, anything like that. Any words or sentences you want to copy, what you want to do is take your mouse, hold it in, and highlight whatever you want to copy. From here, you're going to hold down Control on your keyboard, bottom left-hand corner, and with Control held in, click on the C letter on your keyboard, letter C. What that does is now it copied that text. So if I just drop down a little bit, so Control C copies anything that you highlight, just like that. Now if you hold in Control and you press on V, it pastes it. So instead of the original way, I know a lot of people, they'll highlight it, they'll right click this, and they'll click copy, and they'll right click it here, and then they'll hit paste. I know some people do that, but an easier way is to highlight your text, any text, highlight it, just like that with your mouse, hold your mouse in, hold in Control on your keyboard, and click on the letter C. I'm just going to page down a little bit. I'm going to hold Control in again because Ctrl V is paste. Hold in Control and click on the letter V. Now I pasted it. So that might be easier for some people. Ctrl C is copy. Just remember that. Ctrl C is copy, C for copy, and Control plus V is paste. Now, the reason it's not Control P for paste is because Control plus V is printing when it comes to printing. So that's why Control V is paste and not Control plus P. It's Control plus V. So yeah, so those were my top 15 keyboard shortcuts. Like I said at the beginning, if you want to see more of these keyboard shortcut videos, drop a like, comment down below. This can be part 1, episode 1, you know, whatever, like I said. So subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want these shortcuts, I will I will copy and paste them in the description box below so you have them for future references. And I will see you guys on the next video.